As an entrepreneur, you optimize your funnel, team, and finances. Why the fuck aren't you optimizing your body? Most entrepreneurs are over-caffeinated, under-recovered, and wonder why they still look average. The supplements that I'm about to show you are how elite founders hijack their body to dominate. My elite supplement stack turns entrepreneurs into high-performance weapons. I coach 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs who feel like they've scaled their business but left their bodies behind. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to break down the exact supplement stack I use to help them calibrate their hormones and increase their testosterone so they can have more energy, sharper focus, and a body that performs like a fucking weapon. This isn't theory. This is what happens when elite entrepreneurs stop shooting in the dark and start running their body like they run their business. Tamir, who didn't train for 2 years, went from 50k a month to 100k a month after he started focusing on his body, and is now crushing 3 sessions a week and growing his agency harder than ever, crushing his first 100k deal after he started focusing on his body and improving his confidence. Jack doubled his cash collection in 1 month after finally breaking his plateau in the gym and feeling better than ever. Bertie gained over 5 kg of muscle and went from a 3k following to a 20k following on Instagram. I could keep speaking about the countless guys that I've helped implement these approaches, such as this supplement stack, but I think you get the point. They work, and these are just everyday entrepreneurs. They're not pro athletes. They're just following the right system to get themselves in the best position possible. Most entrepreneurs I work with, they're not lazy. They're just running on the wrong fuel. They're waking up foggy, skipping meals, slamming through caffeine, and just about making it through their workouts, if they even go. Their body's not built to perform, it's just built to survive. And that's a huge problem when your life depends on your outputs. You know something's off, you're tired by 2 p.m, recovery is slow, and you just can't seem to be focused in meetings. And you still don't like how you look in the mirror, but you haven't got the time to figure it out, so you just keep pushing harder and harder. But pushing harder with a broken system, it doesn't get you results, it just burns you out. The biggest myth is that supplements are optional, or they don't actually have that much impact. And yeah, supplements aren't going to turn you into Arnold, but the right stack can speed up the process. It's how elite individuals make more progress and feel 10 times better whilst doing it, without adding any extra hours to what you actually have to do day to day. It's going to take you less than 5 minutes per day to take all your supplements throughout the day, and most people are just taking supplements in the morning, so that's probably 1 minute of time for hours and hours of saved time and much more progress. As a business owner, your calendar's already packed, so it's not about doing more, it's about getting more from what you do. You need your effort to actually work for you and to have a system that allows you to stay consistent more easily. And don't get me wrong, willpower is still a super important part of this game, and it's the reason why you are where you are now. But it's hard to have the willpower when your body's fighting you, not working with you. When you're low on energy, burnt out, and foggy, it's hard to be consistent. Even the most disciplined guys struggle with consistency when their body is just not letting them do the work that they want to do. With the right supplements, nutrition, and training system, you can actually get a body that works for you, making it easier for you to actually do the work you know you need to do. These are the 8 supplements that I use with Alex, one of my private clients who runs his own agency, travels non-stop, and works 10 to 12 hours per day. He wanted to build a lean, powerful physique without slowing down his business. So we built him a no BS stack that gave him more energy, deeper focus, and faster recovery. We started with creatine monohydrate, just 5 grams a day to boost his recovery, increase his strength, and in the long run actually help improve his cognitive function so he can be more mentally sharp during strategy calls and push harder in the gym. The second supplement was 400 grams of magnesium glycinate. Alex was mentioning that he was always worn out, but he just couldn't fall asleep at night. And magnesium glycinate just helped improve his sleep so he could wake up not feeling groggy. The third supplement we got him taking was his omega-3s, and this was to help reduce inflammation in the joints, but also improve brain health. The fourth supplement we got Alex taking was L-theanine, and this was to help him get deeper work done during his deep work session. And the way we did this is we paired it with coffee to allow him to have that sharp focus, but also have that calm, relaxed state so he could get as much done as possible. We also added 200 to 400 grams of rhodiola rosea to help him stay calmer under pressure and be more relaxed during the day to be more productive and get more of his business work done so he could free up more time to then train in the evening. The big thing with Alex is he had so much in his calendar, it was about helping him get more done quicker so that he could then save some time to go to the gym. Rhodiola rosea also helped reduce his evening crash, allowing him to keep up his mental stamina throughout the day. Another supplement we used to help Alex sleep wasn't melatonin. Instead, we went with epengenin, and we did 50 milligrams before bed. And the reason we stayed away from melatonin and went for epengenin as it's a much more natural way to increase the GABA levels so you can get deeper, more restful sleep. Because as an entrepreneur, sometimes you won't have the time to get 9 hours of sleep. And the most important thing for your brain health is that you get enough deep and REM sleep. So by focusing on improving the deep and REM sleep, even if you're not getting as much time, you're going to wake up feeling much more restful. So because Alex didn't have the time to necessarily get 9 hours of sleep every day, the focus was to make sure he got more restful sleep, getting more REM sleep, and getting more deep sleep to remove the toxins in his brain that when you wake up make you feel super foggy and unalert. Hydration was a non-negotiable for Alex. He was often living in countries like Thailand, Bali, traveling to places that were super hot, even Greece. So one thing we locked in for his workouts was electrolytes. This just ensured that he was staying hydrated properly and he had the minerals in him to actually absorb the water correctly, so that when he was working out, he wasn't working out on poor hydration, and after workouts when he was going back to work, he actually felt refueled because he was using electrolytes to make sure he was always properly hydrated. And finally, we didn't cut caffeine, we just used it smarter. We paired it with other supplements like we mentioned before, and we just used it at the right times of day. Alex didn't have caffeine 8 hours before he went to sleep. That meant he could sleep deeper, and he also didn't consume caffeine 90 minutes after waking up, because in the first 90 minutes after waking up, your adrenal system isn't active. So actually drinking a cup of coffee has minimal effects and actually creates a much larger crash later on in the evening than if you just wait the first 90 minutes, have your electrolytes, have your water, and then take it after that, where it's most effective. Sometimes it's not always about adding things in, it's about making the ones you already use more and more effective so you can get much more out of them. You don't have to pick between scaling your business and building a powerful body. The top 1% don't compromise, they optimize. This is about showing up with power, presence, and precision, because your biology is finally backing the level that you want to play at. If you found this video useful and you're ready to turn your body from a liability into a competitive weapon, then watch my next video, how to get in better shape than 95% of entrepreneurs in 2025. I'll show you exactly how we build elite physiques in 4 hours a week, using real strategy, science, and stacks like the one you've just seen today.